Hi there and welcome to my channel. I'm Jeanette with Vivo Vintage Designs. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how I created this very detailed line drawing of a magnolia. At first, I did freehand a magnolia, but the paper that I was going to use to draw it on was much larger, and I figured I needed a larger image. So I was lazy and I didn't want to have to draw it again. So I just Googled line drawing, magnolia line drawing, or you can even go on Unsplash, and there's other sites where you can get free images. And then I traced it onto my watercolor paper. I'm using Paul Rubens hot press watercolor paper, because I feel I get more detail. The markers don't skip as much if you do it on cold pressed watercolor paper. I don't find that I get the details that I can get on hot pressed paper. Now, if I were painting this, I would have used cold press because that's what I enjoy using more. But since I'm just doing a line drawing and I'm not painting this, which of course you absolutely can, I decided to use the hot pressed paper. So I'm using a thicker nib to create the outline of the flowers and leaves. And once I was finished with the outline, I switched to a smaller nib fine liner, and I'm using that to create the veins in each of the leaves and petals. And I did that first because I wanted to make sure that I was able to visualize the direction and the movement of each of the petals so that I can follow those lines. And now you can see that I am drawing my typical sketchy, skippy little lines. It's just lines and dots, and I'm creating some nice shading for these leaves. I also find that I have a tendency to keep the lines closest to the center vein a little bit longer, and as I go out towards the edge of each of the petals, I start to get a little bit shorter with them, and I like that look. You can see me doing it here. And I'm going to give you a piece of advice. I hold my pen so tight that my hand kept cramping while I was doing this. Try not to hold your pen as tight as you do. Nobody's going to take it from you. I don't know why I do this, but I hold my pen for dear life, like somebody's going to snatch it out of my hand. So make sure you hold it a little bit looser, and you'll find that your hands don't cramp. It could also be my age. I don't want to admit that, but loosen up on that pen. I'm going to keep reminding myself of that because I really enjoy doing this type of art, but my hand hurts like crazy by the time I'm finished. So I'm going to let you watch this for a little while. And while you're watching it, I'll remind you that all the products used in this tutorial are listed just below the video in the description box. There's a link, and if you click on it, it will take you to my Amazon store, and there you'll find all the information you need about the products that you see me using here. If you have any questions about anything you've seen me do in this video, you can always leave it in the comment section, and I will always get back to you. Also, check out our Facebook group. I created that group so that my YouTube followers would have a place to post their versions of the paintings and techniques learned on this channel, because I'd love to see how you do. So I hope that you consider joining. We have a really great group of members that are very supportive and very talented, and it's like a little family. It's a very, very nice and safe environment. And I am very active in the channel, so I hope that you consider joining and that I see you there. So again, you can see that the lines that I'm creating closest to the center vein are a little bit longer. And then as I go out, I get a little bit shorter, but where there is one petal overlapping another, I create some lines to indicate a cast shadow. Okay, now we're getting to the leaves. And I want to make the leaves appear darker than the magnolia flowers. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start creating my shading, but I'm going to have them meet closer in the center. I'm still going to keep white space, but I'm making the lines meet closer in the center because it makes it appear as though the leaf is darker. And again, I'm following the contour of the leaf so that it looks like there's movement in the leaf. But you can see that the white space in between the lines is much less than in the flowers. And that makes it look as though the leaf is darker. And leaving that white space in the center makes it look like a highlight as well. And now here for the stem, I wanted the branch, I wanted it to look a little, I guess, gnarly. I don't know how to describe it. So I just did some skippy, sketchy little lines and created a little bit of texture to make it look kind of rough. And for this little bud down here, I created a little extra shadow because I imagined that the flower above it was casting a shadow onto it. So you can see it looks a little bit darker than the flowers do. And again, notice how I'm leaving less white space in between the lines that come from the center vein and the edge of the leaf so that it appears darker. Well, we are nearing the end of this video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I've been posting a few of these now and then, and let me know what you think of them. And if there's any flower that you would like to see me draw, I would love your suggestions. I'm always at a loss for what to do, so your suggestions would be really helpful. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your interaction with my channel lets YouTube know that you're enjoying my content and promotes my videos to other viewers. It's a really nice way to show your support, and I appreciate it more than you can imagine. Now here I'm doing the center of this flower, and you can see all I did was do a circle in the center and then these tiny little loops all going to the center dot. And then I added a few more dots here and there to create a little shadow. And that was it. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you joining me here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.